Hello, this is Susan Woodcock, and I'm going to show you how to make no-sew Roman shade returns. Roman shade returns are added to the ends of Roman shades to hide the lift system that's mounted under the board. In this case, you can see a roller spring installed under the board. This is what you will need: face fabric, 3/4 inch hook strip, and the following iron-on products from döfix No-Sew Incorporated: stiffener, fix tape, blackout lining, and loop strip. And these are all iron-on products. For the cut sizes, you'll need 2 pieces of stiffener, the board size, plus 2 inches by the length that you would like, plus 1/2 inch. And then 2 pieces of fabric that's cut 1.5 inches larger than the finished size of the returns. The stiffener has been marked, as you can see, to create a left and a right. And I'm going to cut out that corner, and that is 3/4 inches by 2 inches. And be sure to make a pair. The stiffener has iron-on one side, so you'll want to make sure that you have a mirror image so that when you press them to the back, that you'll have a left and a right. And the cutout area goes to the top. So if your fabric has a direction, make sure it's going up to the top. And then the stiffener has the fusible side down, and that's getting ironed to the fabric. And then you can turn the fabric over and press that again from the top. Now we can add the fix tape, and this is an iron-on tape that has a paper backing. So you'll put the fusible side down with the paper up and steam that in place on the top and bottom of each of the Roman shade returns. And then after the tape is ironed on, you can peel away the paper, fold over, and finish the edges. And we're not cutting around that cutout area from the stiffener. That's going to be inside, and it will finish square. So peel away the paper, fold over the edges, and press that down. And now the pieces of blackout lining, and they're cut about 1/4 inch less than the finished size of your return. And I want to cut a little bit more off because the blackout lining doesn't need to be underneath of the loop strip that I'm going to add on. So I cut off about an extra 1/2 inch there. And this is also an iron-on product. It does not fray. So make sure that you have the fusible side down, and then you can press that in place without having to turn under any edges. And use an up and down pressing motion that helps to prevent fabrics from shifting, and plenty of steam. Here are the pieces of the iron-on loop strip, and that's going up at the top. And remember, the top is the part that had the stiffener cut away. Make sure that's steamed on really well. You want to make sure the adhesive is melted. And then I'm going to fold the returns, and I had a 2.5 inch return, so I'm going to make sure that that's folded over, and the part that goes under the shade was a little bit smaller than the part that goes around the ends. And then press, and that'll give a nice crease there that will hold the return shape. I'm adding the hook strip to the board, and this is an adhesive hook strip, but you could also use hook strip without an adhesive, and that gets stapled in place. And make sure you staple all the way around. It's a good idea to cut your boards slightly less than the finished shade width so that your returns don't stick out too far from the end. And then that loop strip is going to attach right to the hook strip. And then you can attach the other return, and you can see how easy this would be to take these on and off when you're installing, especially when you need to get in and adjust those roller systems. Thank you so much for viewing. Please visit our website at workroomtech.com.